This Easter, reports indicate that all around the country, more people are in church praying than in previous years. Maybe that's because this year, Easter fell on Income Tax Day.
All right. I'm gonna tell the man at the IRS, this old boy, hell, I've had enough of the way the big man rakes it in. The little man coughs it up.
That's unconstitutional. It's the American way, and I love it.
They help out the communist countries.
Now that's ridiculous.
I intend to use whatever means is necessary to destroy this evil and communistic mafia organization, which is known as the IRS.
You have got to be kidding.
And stop wasting and giving our money away to the International Women's Group who gathered in Houston, to a bunch of silly women who should have been home and taking care of their families and their homes.
You're Miss Sugar, you know that.
This I ain't want.
In the beginning, there was the government. But the government was without money. And the government said, let there be taxes. And lo and behold, the 1040 form was created. Now, the people are without money.
You know, they ain't gonna rest till they think they've got it all.
In order to explain this year's new simplified form, the IRS created Understanding Taxes, a pamphlet that's twice as big. In order to understand Understanding Taxes and the form, they created tax service centers which didn't always clarify them.
Now, the problem is that she left New Year's Day, noontime.
Well, it possibly is to your advantage to file a joint return.
Joint?
Now, if everybody kicked in his fair share, I might back up and say yes.
Okay, a study that we had made of that form was that the English in that form was at the 8th grade level.
Show all your ordinary dividends on line 9A. Fill in your exclusion on 9B, then subtract it and show the difference on 9C.
Says if you were married by December 31st, you're supposed to be married for the whole year.
What does this mean? What is this? I don't know.
If all else fails, follow the instructions.
This thing's nuts.
With so much confusion over the form, we asked Mr. Cardoza if some people just made up their own.
Of course, the thing that is very common is for a taxpayer to send in their tax due on a shirt that they've taken off of their back.
One man who would not fill out the form or give them the shirt off his back is Frank McNulty. Frank McNulty won the Irish sweepstakes 5 years ago and refused to pay taxes. Since he didn't pay up, he was locked up. We visited Frank in the San Francisco jail and asked him why he didn't pay.
I don't feel that I owe him a Lincoln penny. I don't owe him anything out of this.
Gambling winnings are taxable.
And I said, do you have a law that you can show me where you're entitled to collect that much money as soon as I bring that $130,000 in? Well, she says everybody has paid it in the past. I said, well, now, wait a minute. You've got to have a law.
Regulations specifically state that gambling winnings are taxable.
How do you feel about the United States?
How could you ask me such a question? I don't understand it.
Let them go to Iran. Great country to move to today.
Well, there's nothing wrong with this country. Never has been. It's the yokos they got running it.
Do, so pay it.
If I had my way, I'd cut him loose, but I'm not the judge that told him he got the key to a cell.
And indeed, a few days after we visited Frank McNulty, they did let him go on St. Patrick's Day.
You can write me off, 'cause I ain't giving a dime to the IRS.
An individual, after fulfilling the obligation of the criminal liability, still owes the tax.
Pay the tax.
I do not owe it, so you would do me a favor, just not bring it up.
As tax evader Frank McNulty gets out of prison and half the American taxpayers go into debt, we asked Mr. Cardoza of the IRS one last stupid question.
Have you ever been audited?
Yes. In fact, all Internal Revenue Service employees, when they come into the service, part of our security background check is an audit of our tax returns. Have you ever been audited?
No, but if you wish to, my name is Tom Snyder.